So welcome everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started because I know today is going to be a very filled conversation that we have with two amazing women. And so I want to introduce myself. My name is Katie Shuck, and I am the CybHER Chief of Strategy at Dakota State University with CybHER's program. With us today, we have our two co-founders of CybHER. They founded CybHER back in 2013 to work to motivate, educate, and empower girls in cybersecurity. And they are Drs. Ashley Podoratsky and Dr. Pam Rowland. We also have with us Kanthi Narakonda, who is CybHER's Chief of Operations, and she will be facilitating the discussion that we have today. And we are so honored to also have Jean Vold from Northwestern Energy as the sponsor for today's CyberHER Conversation. So thank you, Jean, and thank you, Northwestern Energy, for helping us inspire young girls. Now, today, before we get started and before I introduce the amazing women that we get to hear speak, I want to remind you that if you do have any questions, you can enter them in the Q&A that you'll find at the bottom of your screen, and we will get to those later on during the session. But you can ask them at any time during the conversation. Now, today I am so excited to have two wonderful women in cybersecurity. One is Dr. Reem Al-Shammari, who is the Chief Information Security Officer for Kuwait Oil Company. And we also have Megan Howell, who is a junior at a school in Paradise, Arizona, and is a rising star in cybersecurity. And I know they're going to tell us so much about what they do and what they're working with in cybersecurity and why you all should get involved. So I am going to go ahead and hand it off to Kanthi to facilitate more.
Hello, Dr. Al-Shammari and Megan. We are so excited to have you here on today. So I know you are prepared. We have exchanged so many emails back and forth. I know you are so excited to share your journey. So Dr. Al-Shammari, would you like to start off? Looks like we're having some problems.
I think we lost her just a bit, and she is she is around the world in different time zones. So let's go ahead and get started with Megan.
Okay, wonderful. So welcome everyone. I'm so glad to see everyone here. And I just want to start off my story with asking you all a question, and that would be, why are you here today? Who invited you, or what caused you to be invited to this session? So my success story is based off of opportunities that I took that led to other opportunities. And this really started when I applied to and got accepted to the STEM school in my area. This school has a computer science four-year track that I got into. And through this school, I was invited to join an all-girls computer science organization in my school district called WIT, or Women in Information Technology. And through this organization, WIT, I took all of the opportunities that they gave me. And at the end of my freshman year, I attended a conference called Cisco Girls Power Tech, which was an amazing day of networking with technology professionals, as well as building an Internet of Things solution in a really quick amount of time. The ad hoc presentation I gave that day led to the IT director of my school district taking notice and him asking me to participate in a group Smart Cities project, where I learned web development using Ruby and Rails. And at the end, I gave a professional presentation with my group at the Smart Cities conference, not just on the technical aspect of our business, but we actually created a business model and a mission statement. And I really got to learn about a lot of the business aspects of the tech world as well. In addition, at this conference where I presented with government and business leaders, I met the Chief Operations Officer of Arizona State University, and she offered me an internship. I reached out and in August, I started my work as an information security intern at ASU, Arizona State. I got this opportunity through my Internet of Things project, and I would never be an intern at Arizona State if it weren't for that project. I'm learning about all aspects of information technology and cybersecurity as a career through this internship, which is really amazing. But the WIT internship is more than just speaking and projects. They also have an annual summer internship. And in the 2019 internship, we focused a lot on cybersecurity. And in this internship, I really developed a love for cybersecurity. And this caused me to join the WIT group's Cyber Patriot Club, where we learn about securing computer systems, computer networking, and I also got the opportunity to take a professional certification exam in cybersecurity and pass. However, no success story comes without challenges. My biggest challenge that I have faced, especially as a woman in cybersecurity and computer science, is gender gap insecurities. Only about 20% of people in the technology field are women. And when you look at cybersecurity, that number dwindles down to only about 8%. And in my sophomore year class, I really felt a lot of obvious bias from some of the other boys in my class. I started to doubt myself and my abilities and feel like I wasn't good enough for technology. And when this happened, I really talked a lot with my mom, who had worked in information technology, and the other girls in my WIT internship and my class. And they really helped me realize that I wasn't alone and that I was good enough for this field. So I'm going to pass it back off to Kanti for Dr. Reem's portion here.
Thank you, Megan. That was inspiring. And I must say, it's a common problem that most women face in technology, like the feeling of not being adequate enough to do the job or not feeling good enough for the position. And a couple years ago, I found out it's called Imposter Syndrome. I hadn't heard of it before, but it really does happen to a lot of us. So don't worry, we're all in this together. Dr. Al-Shammari, I know you mentioned the principle, the 3H, the head, heart, and the hands-on. And I'm very, very interested to know more about that. Would you expand on that for us?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kanti. And I would like first to thank the CybherHer team led by the amazing Ashley, Dr. Ashley and Dr. Bam for this wonderful initiative and giving us the opportunity to have our story being told as a cybersecurity professionals to our young, brilliant generations. As we have Megan here, which I had met her last year in the EWF conference. I was very much amazed of her potentials, and she's handing me the CV of her excellent achievements. And I was saying, this is our next generations. We need girls like Megan, and we have so many other peers who are watching us today and that have these potentials. And yes, we will be needing more similar to Megan's in our cybersecurity fields. Why are we here? Why am I sitting at 12 a.m. At Kuwait midnight just to get into this conversation? I'm sitting here because I believe in being a mom of brilliant boys and girls, and playing the CISO role of a very important oil and gas and energy sector in my country, which is seen as one of the largest ones, as well as being a co-founder of Women Cybersecurity Middle East, a group. I believe that we will change the odds. I believe we will make this community more secure. I sat with my young consultant, and I have to warn you that my young consultant, my boys and girls kids are ranging from 8 years to 13 years. So I sat with them and told them, I have this session, and this is my audience, your younger generation, your peers. What would really take your heart in cybersecurity? And so they told me, Mom, do you know what happened? Among Us has been hacked. And I play Among Us with them. So maybe Megan, she's smiled because she plays Among Us. And I sometimes get Sometimes I get into Among Us with them. I play with them because yes, parents are can have some fun with their kids, and they told me we were very furious when they got hacked. So their games has got hacked, and they were introduced to cyber other than their mom being a CISO, to seeing really how that cyber can really impact their happiness, their social connecting with their peers. So having our life being digitalized with a very strong flavor of technology, and having my kids, instead of dressing them every morning to school, I'm now checking their iPads connected very nicely and very strongly to the Wi-Fi, and making sure everything is good before I go and leave to work. This transmission in a very short period during this pandemic, making us rely more on technology, making us rely more on even getting our kids, promoting them to go more to play among us with their peers, to sit more in the screens and getting their learning, socializing through the screens, makes us very much worried in securing this perimeters, because it's no longer securing our business, our operations, it's actually securing our lives as mothers, as teachers, as a community by itself. So as a cybersecurity, we are became the defenders, the protectors. I believe most of you, our young generations, are loving the Marvel heroes. Guess what? In cybersecurity, you will become these Marvel heroes. You will contribute into securing your neighborhood, your Among Us, your games, your lives, even the hospitals that is serving patients. This community is now interlinked all over the world. If you become a cybersecurity warrior, defender, protector of your country, cyber borders, of your hospital, and even other hospitals, of these patients with these batteries, if you secure these medicals, you're saving lives. It's not anymore longer about securing data. So what if we lose data? It's about lives and securing them. When you talk about your electricity, your power stations, your energy and gas sector, these are essential services to our lives, and we do not really sense it because we are used to it. Just imagine having your electricity or power electricity shutdowns in the middle of winter in a very cold countries. This will cause even some deaths for older people. So do you want that to happen? Do you really believe in that? I believe not, because I have seen the great potentials in this younger generation. I know that you have a great passion toward building a community that is much, much better than what we are seeing today. I know that you are having this great creativity. I've seen it in my kids. I've seen it in my 8 years girl, that she keeps calling herself the queen of hackers, but of course an ethical hacker, on the good side, where she will always provoke to start our life for a career. It's being a cyber advocate, a cyber champion, a cyber uh, culture community, because I was very much before concerned on securing my business. I'm now more concerned on securing my home, because my kids are there connected, socializing with their friends, getting their services, their online services, and even with shopping from online. So we very much get connected during the past 7 months, very much interlinked and became as part of our lives. So you becoming cyber warriors, it's impacting every aspect of that life. If you want to become another Marvel hero, just think about becoming a cyber hero. And CybherHer is the uh, girlish flavor of cyber heroes, and I believe girls will add magic to that role with their sense of caring, with their being wired very marvelously of having kindness and supportness to their colleagues of boys and males as well. We complement each other. And as Megan has shared, if sometimes other gender would try to criticize, but they are not all the same. We are here to complement each other. We have been brought up with parents, mom and dad, and they complement each other. I have been who I am, a successful CISO of a very large company, a mother of brilliant 7 kids, a co-founder of a very important forum in the Middle East, where we have more than 800 women and girls from high schools up to executives. I became who I am because I have great parents. I have a wonderful mentors. I have a great husband and great two brothers who supported me all the way, and great elder sons who were there when I did my Harvard studies last year. So what we become, who we are, is with this complementation of having the other genders to support us. And you can make it. If I was able to make it, if Megan became this potential ability of having a cyber reflection of CyberHER, and I believe we will be witnessing many and many generations like Megan, and even more brilliant generations all over the world. If we can focus on that, then you can make it. We need you. We need you definitely today more than ever. After this pandemic, cybersecurity became a necessity to secure your community, to secure your games. You don't want to get your games being hacked. And also to secure your information. You know that when I asked my girls, what is your worries? She said, Mom, my game's not getting hacked, Roblox, Among Us, all of that. And I don't want to lose my information. So I want impact or you or my family. So I'm very much worried in securing this information. And you know what? Having this cyber awareness for you as young generations, if you get these steps around, you're securing your friends, you're raising their awareness, and always tell them that if they witness any suspicious activities, if they're being approached in that digital world, please do approach always to your parents. Please be very much cyber advocate, be our cyber champions. We rely on you, on building that bridge with your parents, and become our cyber detective. And whenever you witness a stranger coming to you online and asking you for information, never be afraid from anything. Go straightly to your parents, share with them this detective tips and say, I have been approached by this, and this is what's happening, Mom. What's going? Yes, you like the detective role. We are doing it. It's fun. It's hectic. It's challenging, but we're enjoying it every day. We are loving it. It's not an easy job, but it will only take heroes to do it. And you are the fitting generation for that. Every one of you are heroes within inside. Believe in yourself because Megan is a hero, and I believe every child, every young teenager, whether it was a boy or a girl, is a hero within themselves. Just embrace that hero-ness and that uniqueness in yourself because there's only one limited edition of you on the whole world. Embrace that limited edition. Look for your strength. Look for your and embrace your weaknesses. We are not perfect, by the way. We are not perfect. We are not machines. I am not perfect, but I became who I am with embracing my weaknesses and focusing on my strength. So focus on this strength. Build that network of cohesiveness like I did with my peers, like brilliant peers like Megan, and even your teachers, because I know there are brilliant teachers who are responsible for getting our generations very well knowledge. We trust you as teachers to pass this knowledge. We need these unique, brilliant generations that have the amazing and creative minds to make this community a much better place to live in, to make it more secure. And I'm sure they will for sure do that with reducing the gap that the whole world is suffering from, where we are trying now to secure a digital world where all of us is being found within it within just a couple of months. It's no longer a business, it's a life.
I actually couldn't agree more. It's no longer a business. It's a lifestyle because we can no longer afford to not be careful, to not be aware. So thank you, Dr. Al-Shammari. That was wonderful. I know Megan has something she wants to share. So
Yeah, I just have a few more points I want to make today to inspire all of you. So cybersecurity is a challenging field and it's hard to find motivation sometimes, but I can always find motivation from my family, my fellow WIT interns, my peers in Crest, my network of professionals, mentors, and my coworkers. And having that challenge of working in computer science and cybersecurity and keeping the goal that I have of pursuing a career in something related to technology, computer science, or cybersecurity. And so I have 3 simple suggestions for all of you on this call today, and I'm going to include some stories about myself that relate to each of these. And so my first simple suggestion is to build a strong network of people in your life that care about you and your professional and personal goals. These can be your parents, your family members, your teachers, your mentors, your professionals, your peers, and your close friends. Don't be afraid to look for professional connections in unlikely places, and don't be afraid to ask other people that are your age or younger than you for help and build professional connections with them as well. I really learned this when I went to the Executive Women's Forum conference last year, and this is a conference filled with executive C-level women, and this is where I met Dr. Reem. Dr. Reem took the time to connect with me and to learn about me, and she really maintained a professional relationship with me over time that has worked out. And I couldn't be more grateful for her support. And if it wasn't for going to that conference, I wouldn't be here today. Another event I had that taught me about this was I went to a conference at Arizona State in January where I was a student panelist. And after the panel, we had some time to come up with some ideas for cybersecurity innovations. And the professionals at that conference really listened to me and took the ideas that my peers and I had into consideration, and they wanted to hear these ideas. They respected our ideas. They put them into action. They let us have a place at this. And so my second point is, if you are passionate about computer science, cybersecurity, or really anything, start diving deeper into this subject. Because even if there are no computer science courses or clubs at your school or in your community, you can start by taking online courses from platforms such as Coursera or edX, or you can use the amazing resources on the CybHER website to get started. So edX and Coursera courses, I've taken several. They are courses by professional organizations and universities on pretty much anything imaginable. And they really help to give you new skills and advance your skill set. And another thing I've done is I've taken lots of professional certifications so that I can build my skill set and learn new things along the way. In addition, I am the president and founder of my school's computer science club. I am an active member of my school's computer science honor society and a Girls Who Code alumni. And even if you don't have any professional organizations in your area, you can start a club so that you can bring people together and learn along the way. My third and final point before I close is, don't be afraid to take opportunities to further your goals. However, don't overwhelm yourself. Ask a trusted adult in your life to help you decide what to pursue, because you cannot do everything. Attend conferences, take classes, join or start clubs, do projects, and don't be afraid to dive right into cybersecurity, computer science, and your passions. So I really learned this through the internships I took through my WIT organization, where I furthered my dreams, I learned new skills, and I made professional connections along the way. And after my internship, when I joined my cybersecurity club, this really helped me learn that cybersecurity is something that I am super interested in and I want to possibly pursue in college or as a career. And so this is helping me further my goals. In addition, all sorts of presentations that I have done have helped me by helping me build my network and helping me build my professional soft skills, which are necessary for any job you will ever take, regardless of what field it is. You need to know how to talk to people, you need to know how to present, and you just need to be polite and professional. So I want to wrap up my points really briefly with going back to that question I asked you at the very beginning, which was, who or what brought you here to this CybHER webinar today? And so now that you've heard about the importance of taking opportunities to build yourself up like I have done, this is an opportunity you have taken. So reach out to the person or who invited you and thank them for inviting you, and then ask them how they can help you reach your dreams relating to cybersecurity and your goals in life. And also, please feel free to reach out to me or Dr. Reem with any questions or comments you have for us. We're more than happy to help you. So I'm now going to turn it back over to Kanti. Thank you, CybHER, for having me, and thank you everyone for attending today.
Thank you, Megan. Those are actually excellent suggestions. We normally want to wrap up our conversations with asking our guests to give us advice to our viewers, but you have answered that question without me even having to ask you. So thank you. Those are excellent suggestions. Like she said, don't be afraid, just dive in. It takes a little time, but that's really good advice. Thank you, Megan. Dr. Reem, we have a few questions for you. So what is it like in the day of a CISO for the Kuwait Oil Company? How does your day look like?
Well, my day is challenging. When I was, let me just share this with you. Everything is challenging in your life. And as Megan has shared, what she has done today, it's because of the passion, of the fire within her. She loves to learn. And I believe our younger generations, all of our brilliant audience here, a young audience here, does have this fire. So go to your fire, embrace it, and this will keep you always going towards your objectives and reaching to the next level. Having learning as a continuous journey will always make us very much capable of taking and embracing all the load, enjoying it while we're at it, and looking for more challenges to embrace. Playing that role within my country and impacting that, leading very brilliant teams in different aspects, and not only delivering to my company, to the whole community. I feel very much obliged to raise the cybersecurity awareness of even my community, not only the energy sector. So being burdened with such big responsibility as a CISO, I'm also being burdened with the culture being built toward a cyber aware culture, not only within my company, but within my society. Because as I said, I'm a CISO/mom. And I have been playing that role in and off without even, noticing it. It's just a trigger within me. Even in my home, you will start seeing me analyzing things the CISO does, and sometimes protecting actions or tasks at home, at work, with the mom instinct. We have a very great mixture of being a woman and playing the role of a CISO, because we have this high, let's say, responsiveness of risk mitigation, and we are working very brilliantly. Being successful in not only leading my company, or actually I'm leading other colleague companies in building a very collective forum of collaborating. And not only that, Kanti, what I'm doing as an oil sector leader, I'm also building and presenting my country in a regional forums and promoting the collaboration of that. All of that takes efforts. All of that takes passion to go for the other level. And this is what I'm looking at. Yes, it's sometimes overwhelming. I'm not saying it's fun. It is fun and it's overwhelming. We do shut down at some times, and you will find us shutting down the mobiles and taking a 1 day or 2 days off, and having that full enjoyment with our family, because they are our getaway, and this is our secret place to take away all of this pressure. And at the end, we are humans. So it is very challenging. Again, I rose up to embrace challenges. My mom has been always putting us in continuous challenging, and she was always playing the challenger and pushing us to the what's next. And being brought up with this wired of loving the learning, and joining the kindergarten at a very early stage, 4 years, just for her to passion and to raise that learning experience. And me just finishing, as I have mentioned, the Harvard executive program last year and graduated from there, that combination in my character, the love of learning, continuous learning. Even if I have PhD, I will still went to Harvard and continue and get that aspect. And as Megan said, Kanti, do not hesitate from asking questions. By God's sake, I learned from my 8 years daughter when she comes to me and give me this acronyms of the younger generations of BTW. And I said, what does mean BTW? She says, Mom, by the way, Mom, it means. And they use acronyms tremendously. So they feel it's a waste of time to say, by the way. So it's BTW. This is like shortening the time, making the best of time. And sometimes she just passes away and she says, why are we having math classes, Mom? I said, to get knowledge. She said, we have calculator iPads. Why is calculator on our iPad? So these every day something new. She is bringing new knowledge to me with her 8 years bright, brilliant. And she told me, Mom, in your conversation today, mention me. Tell them that I'm the coming queen of hackers. I said, in any ways, without me mentioning you, they will know you when you come, because you will have your own bing bang show when you're building your peers. So these younger generations are the one who keep me really pushed to get up every day, play my CISO role, then play my community role, and then try to mentor our peers, and even reach out to Megan and every younger generation. My heart just pumps up. I get so much delighted when I see activities such as CybherHer. I told Dr. Pam that and Katie, I really love this CybherHer initiative because it triggered to me something that I'm really passionate about. Building that secure, powerful heroes of cybersecurity. I know that all of you who are watching us and the parents that with you there, with the teachers, we will be able to build not only cybersecurity officers, we were trying to build champions, heroes that secure your world, secure your lives, secure your games and your online education system. And you know what? I know that you care about people's lives. People needs your brilliant, innovative, challenging minds to go and try to close these vulnerabilities in a battery of a patient old person heart, or in the MRI system, where sometimes attackers and hackers manipulate these MRI results and put cancer in these results. Just imagine my young my young kids, I will sound like I'm a grandmother now, but just imagine with me that if a result of MRI being tampered with the bad hacker and adding cancer to that result, the doctor will see that MRI result and tells that patient, you got cancer. Just imagine the enormous impact on him and getting treated for cancer without him being ill. What will that? It will lead sometimes to death, and the vice versa. I'm really sorry to say that, but just recently, all of us in cybersecurity, we have witnessed a very terrible news where we have seen, and as per announced, the first death of a patient in Germany hospital that was impacted and directed to the cybersecurity attack on a hospital. So this was the first lots of lives of patients because of an indirect impact to a cyber attack on that Germany hospital, where they couldn't provide to that patient the urgent help at that time, and they had to divert her to another hospital. On that way, on her way to the other hospital in the ambulance, she passed away. We are very sorry for that, and we felt very angry as the good guys and gals in that aspect and community. We felt very much impactful, and because criminals, the bad hackers, because we have great hackers and we have great good hackers with us who are helping us to fight back these bad hackers. And you can be a very good hacker and be part of our good guys and girls. We can fight them back. And we, as a good guy community, we need more people because we want to outrun them. We want to be one step ahead. And we cannot do that without your brilliant, amazing minds. So being a CISO every day, one of my jobs and how it looks like, imagining every day that tomorrow we'll have more Megans, we'll have more Tuta like my girls, and we have more brilliant superheroes joining our forces and making our life more secure and more safer.
That is wonderful information for everybody. And I strongly believe too that every single girl can be a superhero, a CybHER superhero. So thank you so much. As we end today's, because we are out of time, I'm going to launch a quick poll. If our attendees can fill that out, we greatly appreciate it because it just helps us know a little bit more about everybody who is attending and why you're attending these programs. Please be sure to follow us, though, on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel where we will post this CybHER conversation, and you can view all of our other CybHER conversations we've recorded, as well as ones if you're going to miss any coming up. And don't forget to check out our website for our upcoming conversation, like next week's conversation with Stephanie Schilling, who is a cybersecurity awareness program manager. And so we're going to be thrilled to have her here telling us what that means to be cyber aware too, even more. So we are so happy for those of you who are able to join us live. Thank you to those who are watching this on our YouTube channel, and we hope to have you all involved in one of our future conversations. So thank you and have a good night.